I've heard of in this last 6 to 12 months, a player that has so much ability. Will he be able to show it here in this passage of play? Already being stifled a little bit, pushed back multiple times, and xantares will push him down fully in this round with his Glock. In the meanwhile, though, it might be hard to decide. They want to push straight behind this one. And it's going to be a whole bunch of frags coming in as xantares and xfloud are last standing. Exit in the meanwhile, and Turtle posted at the back of the side. Beautiful headshot from Exit, eliminating the threat of xfloud. Not able to deny the bomb plant, but will deny the life of xantares.
Arkadaşlar Bet Türkiye'ye girip buradan e-spor maçlarına bet yapabilirsiniz. CSGO, Dota, LoL ve bir sürü oyun seçenekleri var. İyi seyirler.
Here, MIBR though, 4 members lie in wait.
Oh, Cello needs to tread very carefully, but Yota joining that push with Cello. woxic straight back in with all of his own. This is where Woody and Cello will become that little bit more difficult.
Time.
And time is also working against Eternal Fire additionally. They look to try and push in. Turtle stuck, goes back to the wall. xantares shuts him down. Time still dwindling. And Cello just dropped the bomb down. They have to take another couple seconds to go get that one. It also puts him in an awkward position for Calyx where he can get killed from above now through that smoke. He does have a bodyguard system in place with xantares. Somehow they've managed to just brute force their way into get this bomb planted. Now xantares gets peeked from 2 different...
Hands down. The off angle, he's not going to fall for it. Calyx will
to get up over on Khan. Mollies, flashes, and here comes the push. Here comes the play. Beautiful entry for xantares. He got 2. Had no right to get 2 frags from there. And third, it will be following suit on 12 HP. He's done enough. Now puts his own will to use, but there's too many angles for him to watch out for. They need a counter frag. They get in each other's way, and Yota sprays them.
With here towards ramp. I think that's imorr creeping up towards A ramp. In the meantime, 3 members slowly grouped up here right outside of B. There is a bit of a forward positioning in the form of Exit, and imorr is going to get a free kill. Oh, he's taking his sweet time. He's going to find one nice tap, looking for the second, and he will indeed. imorr just sneaking in, opening up the A bomb site, and that means that the immediate rotation back towards A for the remaining members of Eternal Fire. They're going to leave Calyx around, hoping to find someone, but they still have to make the way on towards A bomb site. Eternal Fire, 5v3, triggered finger. He didn't get etchy. He first found Wood.
Burning alive and then flash as well. The Exit has no idea, but still alive. 4 HP. Then dealing the fatal damage to xantares. Couple low plays, but good incendiaries tossed in. Is funneling the T's into an awkward position. And that funnel is now being closed tight. woxic and xfloud against 5. Looking to try and do as much damage as possible. It may be a one and done for Eternal Fire, and they need so much more success than that. However, post-plant comes in. And if the CTs trip over each other and walk into these claustrophobic angles, this round can quickly turn in favor of Eternal Fire. Smoke's about to deplete, and woxic is getting aggressive. Oh, the flash doesn't do anything because woxic pulls the trigger and Cello walks in and tanks it. woxic with another one. Don't peek into this man one by one. He will punish you. The smoke is good to deal with xfloud, but he can spam through. He knows where the bomb is planted for, and the bomb timer is so low. woxic picked up yet another one. This is suddenly in favor of Eternal Fire, and they're going to go down, though, to the hands of Woody and Yota. But I think they've done enough. They clutched this round out. Eternal Fire take their 3rd.
Oh, no.
Just a USP, though, in the hands of Cello. Can't feasibly expect to get anything done. What? How has he got to kill xantares? That is ridiculous. It may not end up mattering in terms of the overall standing of where the round comes down, but it at least makes this a little bit more tentative now for Eternal. Yota boosted up not for the first time and getting success again. Eternal Fire can't seem to break down MIBR. Even in the rounds they're winning, even in the rounds that they should be walking through without any issues, they are still stumbling, they're tripping, and they're falling. And now Turtle is here with a deagle. He still has 2 bullets in the chamber. And xfloud is first in. Exit helps him out. They knock down 2 players, and woxic's alone, and he's being pivoted in. They have eyes in the back of their head right now, wishing they did Eternal Fire because of how many times that he's been boosted up and done tons of damage, but he's fallen down to the hands of xantares. Cello tries to retreat as fastly as he possibly can, and he's just picked off in the back. And just like that, Eternal Fire, again, with pistols, with rifles, and making a real go of this round. It just seems like neither...
Towards the ramp position. And then once it starts getting swarmed, timing is everything here for Woody.
Oh, that was damage through the first frag of xantares. And a weakened xfloud is picked off afterwards. His woes continue 2-11. imorr exit with a spray, and he's got 2. What a hold from him. And the Brazilians somehow surviving. He gets checked right.
They're going to keep Eternal Fire so very paranoid. They tap the plant, and now they're going to commit to it, but Exit is going to find X-Flag with a perfectly placed HE. imorr's going to try to plant the bomb as well, but a secondary nade might find him. But no, there is no follow-up nade. imorr will actually fall eventually to cello, but now the 4v2 make that all on woxic in a 1 versus 4, and Yota will snipe his bomb side fence, and it's a 5v5 retake.
And it's a retake where MIBR have not taken a single point of health in damage until xantares removes the head of Turtle. So the rest of them are all very healthy. They need quick-fire headshots. woxic straight through the smoke with his P2000, putting it to use. And now xFlow joins the fray. He's had a slow game, but now would be a great time for him to ignite, really lift off. And it's going to be woxic now, putting it down to Exit. He's stuck on the sandbag, smoke in his eyes, but trying to tap through there. He knows roughly where the bomb is planted, but woxic bodyguards for the deep.
With the AK, spots out X-Spot. He needs to get the kill. He will indeed have to be bomb side defense, just crumbling in a span of a couple of seconds.
And this is without all the players actually dipping in for their full investment. This would be a horrendous turn of affairs if Eternal Fire concede this. And Calyx is doing his level best to make sure that doesn't come to fruition. He had 3 kills going into this round, but now he has started to have a lot more impact with this FAMAS. The round and the threats are no closer to being over, though. 35 seconds left. Eternal Fire still need to hold on to this. And MIBR have control over the bomb. Woody comes in, goes in for the plant. There's not enough utility to stop this, although a grenade lands right on the head of Woody, and the second one finishes him off. It still puts Yota in a position to clutch. 19 kills becomes 20. Still alive, still in the fight, but woxic shuts him down.
Time.
They're really compacting and constricting this potential push, and Yota straight through the smoke, straight through the flames.
20 seconds.
Picks up the first. And now Eternal Fire have to hold on. There's so little time left on the clock that it would only take just 1 or 2 kills through the smoke, and that could be good enough. This nade was close to denying the bomb plant, but not quite good enough. And xantares will finish off what that nade started. Turtle bites the dust for the time being, but could be enough, because there's still plenty of bodies left alive for MIBR, and Yota's playing behind the smoke. Woody puts down the AWP at range and deals the fatal blow to woxic, and Eternal Fire pull the plug. They want no this entire match. We've seen him get boosted up multiple times on the CT side and rain down havoc, skewer those oncoming Ts. And he has been put down here, but again, he's trying to make plays. He's trying to be proactive. This time it may backfire, though, because the firepower was in favor of MIBR, but they're making moves elsewhere. Mid now under contestation from Turtles. xantares, though, gets him as he turns his head. And the timing could not have been sweeter on the side of the CTs. Did they just molly themselves off on short? It looked like it. It's now been smoked and extinguished, but blocks them off. And woxic into his demise. Yoda's using that very same smoke, though, as Sanctuary. And for the time being, the CTs don't realize it. And when they do finally come to that realization, they've lost 1 player. Does get traded out as well in favor of MIBR. So Calyx has gone down additionally. That's 2 casualties on the A side. 18-8 leads. And Eternal.
With here, MIBR are going to switch things up is the question. Great flashbang. They're forcing back X-Flow from his position, but a great counter flow. Oh no, cello! It was.
Look at the optimistic side and the positives. At least his team aren't losing 13-8, because that would be the worst time to die in that kind of a manner. They have a buffer of rounds.
Is Calyx as he falls back, and they're getting hunted down, but 2 players lie in wait, and imorr and Calyx grouping up. They are just getting chomped down with his crossfire from Eternal Fire. And Calyx replying back with a wallbang of his own.
When you start to lose, it starts to feel a little bit silent, a little bit quiet and lonely, but Woody, Exit, Turtle have all put in kills.
What?
Eternal Fire, again, fall to the wayside by pistols. We saw this happen on their CT side, or the T side, pardon me, multiple times. And now they're facing that very real, grim possibility again, which would just catapult MIBR towards the finish line so quickly. And now MIBR, with 2 AKs, albeit on weakened players, are able to push their way up to... have a very real advantage in their favor. xantares goes walkies up on the boxes, doesn't get fully punished for that one. Molotov will force exit out into the open. Actually, is that landed too shallow? I don't think that's going to extend. It finally does in the last couple of ticks, but exit's fine with this because he's wasted more seconds that can't be focused onto the bomb itself. And that's keeping xantares in so much of a predicament right now. Here we go through the smoke, coming through with the shank, but won't get there in time. Eternal. Especially as he has players that are behind him, 2 of them in actual fact. That has multiple bullets that are able to be sprayed down, plus the AWP as well. And that's going to keep him in close enough proximity to have impact, but also be feeling safe. He has a comfort, needs some inspiration. And if you're not motivated by the fact that you're about to be eliminated from the major, if you don't set them in an awkward position once the incendiaries come down, once the smokes come down as well. Turtle, big headshot, Calyx is sent packing, and that may be the opening that they were looking for to yield this round and get them back into winning ways. xantares gets desperate, posts up on the boxes, does get fragged out, and a good, well-placed flashbang affords some safe passage for this plant. It's a little bit late, but they still get the job done, and there's no return kills from woxic on the retreat. He was hoping to skewer and probe through that smoke with his AWP.
Double AWP.
And yeah, double AWP on a retake is not good times at all. They need woxic to strike. imorr, though, is the man. And now the smoke's beginning to clear away. Turtle counteracts with one of his own, but now the rest of that CT side has gone down into the dumps. And Woody's the last man standing. He's going to try and stick the site right now, woxic. He's sticking right down on it. He's not faking this at all, and he gets it underneath the nose of Woody. Pros don't fake. And
You can easily find a couple of kills here unless MIBR are cognizant of his position, and they aren't, but doesn't matter. Turtle's able to trade. Again, to slow things down, though. They find him. They should actually know, looking at xCloud's position, there shouldn't be any CT on the side, but since they take a little bit too long to make their way here, imorr's already repositioned himself, and he's looking to find something, but immediately gets tagged down. He's still got to get the kill. Turtle with a double of his own. 3v2 now, man advantage, and a player at mid, that is exit. He hears his footsteps. He knows there's a player nearby, and it's going to be Calyx. This duel is everything, Vince, as Calyx will be spotted. Calyx gets the stick, and he will be taken down. And now it's all on the IGL thing, where no pressure anywhere on any of the other extremities of the map. And oh, xantares goes challenging. And cello and Turtle grouping up together to instantly put him down. That's going to draw the rotation right now, as we do see imorr on your minimap slowly making his way towards the A bomb site, leaving the B bomb site only in the hands of xCloud. But MIBR, they are fixated on this A bomb site. They're going to be making their way in. Smoke's going to be deployed. 30 seconds still to work with, a little bit of time, but it's swiftly running away. imorr playing very aggressively, and he is going to find one. Can he make his escape? No, he can't. cello will find him. 4v2 now, MIBR. Bomb will be planted, and it is going to be down to woxic and xCloud once again to try and clutch this one out. But looking at the money, Vince, you have to go for the save now. And MIBR, it took a while, it took forever, but they do get the map point.
And they have 2 of them. Pretty much mitigates and bypasses any short control. And if they continue to push round short with Yota, he is going to find so much information. Oh, this is the perfect play to the stack that's been put into place. He's seen nothing so far. It could be at the cost of some of his teammates' lives, though, and now they line up and the spray comes in. But Yota knows they're around the corner. What? He still loses out against Calyx. How is that possible? The 5-7 just riddles him with bullets. But cello's not done just yet. But now he is. woxic puts him down where he stands. An Eternal Fire, got to deal with the threat of exit. He's gone in for 2. He could clutch this. He could take all the marbles, all the chips here on VERTIGO. Oh. One-on-one up against xCloud. He takes the head off.